Hello and welcome back to another Tracker live stream, where today I am going to be driving the Monolith Express, but if it derails, the stream is going to end. And this includes, say, like the derail kraken, which is a physics bug where the train falls into the track. So here's the train. Let's get this Kerbal on board the train. So here's the interior of the train. You can see there's a Kerbal here. Let's sit on this side of this Kerbal. And we're starting at this end today, which is the end with the mountains. So there's a bit of chance for me to mess up as well and derail naturally. Right, are the correct engines running? No, we need to switch them over. Right, I guess we're ready to go. I'm gonna do a quick save, so I know I can't reload it, but so that after a stream I can reload it if I want to. Let's go. Now the speed limit here is 20 meters per second. I'm not gonna go much faster than 5 right now as the track is downhill, so I'm going to be mostly using the brakes. And here we are departing on the Monolith Express. Will it derail? Will it not derail? I think there's a 100% chance that it'll derail at some point. It's more when it's going to derail. So here we are going through the mountains. I've also fixed the problem I had on my last video. Yes, I did build this track. I built it with Kerbal Constructs and Ordinary Construction Co. and some other mods mixed in. So we're just going down this hill here, or mountain even, and we're going to be arriving at the first station on this line, which is called Switchback 2, because I am not very creative with my naming. I could have named it something really creative, but I just named it Switchback 2. Because this is one of 2 switchbacks on the line. Speed limit remains to be 20 meters per second. I could go faster, but that's gonna risk derailment if I do. But yeah, I fixed the scaling with the UI. I'm not sure if I mentioned that on the video I did on my other channel of the Monolith Express. Speed limit's 10, slow down train. I forgot about that speed limit. On the video I did on my other channel, I accidentally forgot to rescale the OBS window, so parts of the UI were outside of the screen. So here we are arriving at the first station on the line, which is called Switchback 2. This is where the train goes into a platform and then goes back out the other way. So we're going to go up to the buffer stop here. Now you're gonna hear the switch, which I use as a parking brake on Kerbal. There we go. And we've arrived at our first station. Let's switch the points over. Or junction. Junction's a better term for these, because points more applies to conventional trains that run on steel rails. Let's switch to the other cab. I don't have a Kerbal in the other cab. I guess we'll just move the driver across to the other end. You have to sort of get out the seat and back in again, otherwise the cockpit or the cab even sort of, because the carriages have couplings, it causes the interior to move around a lot relative to the train carriage. So you have to get out the seat and then get back in again after transferring. Right, let's switch the engines over. Release the brakes and start going the other way as we continue our trip down slope. Here we go. Speed limit remains to be 10 along here, which is not very fast for this train, but we have to go slow around these curves. Right, now the speed limit goes up to 20. So I can release the brakes now. And because the thing is, brakes are like a binary, they're on and off on Kerbal. You can't vary them. So I'm having to modulate the brakes by pressing B and letting go of it. Right, the speed limit goes up. Yes, there are some very fast sections of this line. The fastest section of the line, I can go up to 400 meters per second. On this bit of the line, I can go up to 40. I should be reaching one of those fast sections in maybe 25 to 30 minutes. So the speed limit along here is 40. I could have increased the speed limit along this bit of track here that's straight, but I decided to keep it at a lower speed limit here because of the fact the track is going down a very steep gradient, and I think it would be quite hard to brake if you're going very fast, especially as the speed limit goes right back down. Yeah, hopefully we make it to that bit. We could end up derailing before we get to the high speed limit, in which case the stream will be ending. Uh-oh. We're gonna derail. Yeah, I lost concentration, didn't I? I was speeding round the 10. I was literally talking about how it would be hard to brake to slow down for a 10. So, yeah, the stream will be ending now, unfortunately. And it wasn't even the derail cracking either. It was an accidental derailment. Only 11 minutes in. I think I'm going to do the next attempt tomorrow, maybe, depending on things. I don't think anyone died, but there is a carriage rolling down slope here. So, I'm going to try this again tomorrow, I think, depending on things. And hopefully I don't lose concentration again. So remember, if you didn't enjoy this stream, to dislike and unsubscribe, and maybe you won't watch the next video or live stream. Yes, I should be back in the next, at least in the next week I'll be back to try this again.